Hello everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you didn't already know who I am, my name is Edgar and today we are going to be reviewing the Anastasia Beverly Hills launches for holiday 2017. Anastasia Beverly Hills did kindly send over a PR package, so they did send me the entire collection for 2017. And in here came two blush kits, a glow kit, the Prism eyeshadow palette along with the liquid lipsticks and the lipstick set, and a little necklace. So right now, I basically just have my brows and face done. I still need blush and highlighter because of course we have the blush and the glow kit as well. The Prism eyeshadow palette is what we're going to be putting on our eyes first. Now I just received the Prism eyeshadow palette, so I've only done these tiny swatches kind of just to decide what the vibe was going to be for today's look. Here's the box. It's basically kind of standard now for the Anastasia series. A matte finish. Really nice gold detail with the pyramid, the prism right there. And on the back, it just shows you the ingredients along with the colors. Inside the actual palette, you get the really nice, I'm not sure if this is felt or suede, black and gold. Again, on the back, we just have ingredients. This time, a little description. A Luxe Holiday Eyeshadow Collection with 14 shades featuring universal neutrals and prismatic metallics. Just like every Anastasia eyeshadow palette, inside you get a brush, which is right here. It has a brush that is included as well. It's a fluffy side and a flat side. Today I'm not going to be using that because I'm actually testing out some new Anastasia eye brushes as well, because I said why not. They sent me these on a PR package about a month ago when they sent a really large care package, and I said new palette, new brushes, let's do it. Here is the color selection. I'll probably insert like an HD picture right here so you can really see a true color of these shadows. Upon first glance, I feel like they chose amazing neutrals, but then there's also this like intense neon pop. But overall, the eyeshadow palette, it doesn't scream like holiday, like Christmas, but it is a sort of dressed up palette. It's really elegant overall. The black is very sleek. Now I'm going to be using the same products I always use to prep and prime and everything else. As always, I'm going to go in with my Stay Don't Stray primer. This is in the light shade from Benefit, and I'm going to put that on my eyelids. I do want to go in with that neon like yellow shade as my transition, so I did put a pretty generous amount, not too much, but just enough to really have, you see, kind of like a blank, almost white canvas. Now I feel like the lightest shade in here, Unity, it's almost a off beigey, almost like a transition. It's not light enough for what I want, so I am going to be setting my lids with just translucent powder. Alright, so there we go. We are all set. Just for security purposes, I'm going to go in with a little bit of that same powder to catch any possible fallout. I have used the Modern Renaissance palette and the Subculture palette before. I feel more fallout with Modern Renaissance, and with Subculture, I honestly didn't get too much and it worked amazing for me. First, I'm taking this Anastasia A5 brush and I'm going to be dipping into just did 2 taps into the pan. Here is how much pigment I get. Again, I've never played with this, so this should be interesting. So I didn't get too much color. I'm gonna try building it up now. I'm kind of going for candy corn vibes because you can see this is a pretty vibrant yellow. And I'm going to be winging it out just on the outer part of the eye. So far, so good, and I'm liking how this is looking. It's not, the yellow's not blending in with any other tones in my eyes and getting like any other funky color. So I would say it's pretty true to what it looks like in the pan. It's obviously just not as dense, so it's a little more kind of like transparent, I'd say. Okay, so there's the shade Sphere applied all over. Here is what the pan looks like now. There is, okay, there was kick up, but you can literally just blow it away. It's not like piling up or anything. Palette's so good, shadows looking good. And now for the next shade, I'm gonna be going in with the shade Eden. I'm using the Anastasia A26 brush. It's similar to the one I was just using. It's just a little bit like more flimsy, so it allowed me to get more of an airbrushed finish as well. And I'm just going to be, again, just like I did with the first shade, kind of patting this on. I'm dipping in once more, and then we'll blend out the edges again. This shade, I am seeing right away more fallout right here. The first shade, there's only a tiny bit right up in here, but with this shade, you can definitely see a little bit more fallout with the Anastasia A10 brush, and I'm picking up Saturn, which is a like deep orange shade, Again, tapped twice. There's a pigment. I'm going to start again on the outer corner of the eye and then just slowly start to work this out. Okay, so I've gone ahead and applied a Saturn shade. Now I'm taking the previous A26 brush that I used with Eden, no additional product, and I'm just lightly buffing out the edges. Okay, there we go. It's still looking good. Now I'm going to go in with a smaller brush. I'm taking the A14 brush on the parallel shade. It's like a dark, I would say like a, I don't even know what this shade is. A dark brown, but it's not. It has a little bit of a purple tint to it. Putting this just on the very outer corner of the eye. Okay, so this is now this parallel shade is definitely like a lot more pigmented than the others. I'm just going in with the A10 brush I used with Saturn and buffing out those edges. Okay, so now that I buffed it out, I think I buffed it out a little too much. So I'm going to go back in with the pencil brush, one more dip, and just right here. And with the same brush, no additional product, I'm just ever so slightly kind of tapping on the edges of where I just put the color to blend it out. Now for the lid, I feel like I'm going to take... What should I do? I kind of want to do Sphinx because it's a like bronze. So I think it'll just tie in everything better together once I go in with like the gold in the inner corner. So I'm going to take my index finger and swirl in there a little bit. Here you go. Again, I said I'm doing everything like I usually do. And I always... Oh, this one got no pigment. Well, this one isn't really showing up too well. Let me see. Oh my god, please don't fail me now. It's not picking up with my finger. I'm gonna go in with the Eternal shade, which is more of like a orangey. But okay, see, this one, I can see it right away. Okay, that's really, really, really weird. So I'm actually going to try picking up even the Eternal shade with a flat brush. I'm going to actually even spray it with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus. I think it'll be applied. Yeah, it applies a little better with a brush and wet. But I'm really surprised. Metallics are usually like bomb, but these are not the best metallics I've used from Anastasia. And finally, for the inner corner highlight, I'm taking the Pyramid shade on just like my pinky finger. Which is how, again, I'm doing everything just the same way I always do it. And I'm taking... Ooh, that's pretty. Okay. So I'm going to be putting this all on the inner corner. Okay, so that's pretty much the eye look. I'll wait to give you my full thoughts. Let me go ahead and finish the other eye. I'm probably just gonna do a little bit of liner on top, not like cat eye, just lining my lashes and a like brown gold on the inner part of the eye. But I will be right back to show you guys the application of the glow kit and the blush kit and one of the liquid lips as well. I'm really liking how it's looking, but now let's get to the rest of the items. There are two blush kits, Radiant and Gradient. I love the names, they're very, very clever. So Gradient is the purple one right here, and it has the shades Vegas, Dusk, Chocolate, and Blackberry. Again, I will be inserting HD pictures right here so you can get like the true to color. But here's what they look like for really nice pans. The shades in here aren't really something I would use as blush. I know Norvina did mention this would be a contour shade. It is like on the gray side. So probably I need to try this on myself. I don't know if it'll really be something that I'll enjoy because it's fairly cool. But on light skin people, this will totally work. I'll probably be using this as eyeshadow. I like for sure, definitely this is going to be all over. But yeah, I'm not going to be using the Gradient blush kit today on my face. I will, however, be using the blush kit that is Radiant. This is totally something I would pick up because I didn't mention, but all of the pans come with 4.7 grams each. I'm not too sure if that's like standard, but that's how much they come with. So there's a pink shade, like an orangey shade, more of like a terracotta, and then a deeper, dustier pink. I can see myself using this both for eyes and face. I'm not sure if it says eye safe, but let's face it, it's just a giant powder pan. Today I'm going to be using this on my face. I'm taking a little bit of these two, more of the orangey shades because I love peach blush, dipping into each shade once each time with a Morphe E4 brush. Now, let's see. I've never used Anastasia blushes before. Okay, so I did mix one that looks more like a satin-y. I'm not too sure. It has a little bit of shimmer, but it doesn't look like glitter. So the darker, more terracotta-y one has that, but I don't see any shimmer on my face. It actually looks really nice. You can see it's adding just a touch more of color on my face. Alright, so there we have the blushes. Really, really pretty. They don't look too like bam in your face. I think they're definitely buildable because you guys saw I added a little bit more and we had some magic happen. Alright, so blushes are cute. Definitely love that. Again, I'll be using the other one on my eyes. And now for the lips, I'm going to be taking one of the mini lips from the set of 3. These are right here. So I'll compare this one to a regular size liquid lipstick so you guys can see the difference. Here you go, the mini and the full size. You can see they are almost about the same, and you do get 3 in here. And this does retail for $25, so that's a pretty good deal for 3 lipsticks, almost the size of the regular one. And the shades in here are really, really pretty as well. I can definitely see myself wearing all of these. Today I'm going to be wearing a Bittersweet. These are a liquid to matte formula, and I have played with the Anastasia liquid lipsticks before, but let's go ahead and pop this one on. All right, cool. There we go. Let's go ahead and let this dry down. Meanwhile, we'll go ahead and get to probably the second most exciting, well, probably tied with the Prism eyeshadow palette, the Sugar Glow Kit. Now, I believe there are 3 new shades in here along with one that was already like a fan favorite, but here it is. So gorge. And I think I'm going to go in today with a little bit of butterscotch and gumdrop. Of course, I'll be using my Anastasia A23 highlighter brush, starting the high points of my cheek. I like to build my products, so I did go in with a very light hand. You never know if these are super pigmented. Oh, that's really, really pretty. So I'm mixing again butterscotch and gumdrop, and it's like literally so... Look at that. I really hope it's showing up on camera like it is in person. It's really, really smooth. I have used previous glow kits before, and I can tell you, they definitely did improve the formula. This formula is definitely, I would say, even better than the illuminators. I do have So Hollywood, which is one of my faves. Look at this. I'm building it up and I'm not getting texture. That says a lot because I am a guy and I have a lot of texture. All right, you guys, so here is the final look. Prism palette on the eyes, the mini lipstick from the set, and we have the Sugar Glow Kit. Now, for each individual item in the order that I use them in, the eyeshadow palette, I mean, it looks really, really pretty. It's not patchy or anything. I do have to say that the darker colors were a little bit harder to work with. It did go on, but as soon as you kind of like blended out the edges or even went near them, they kind of disappeared. I also kind of didn't like the metallic shades, the ones I used. Sphinx, Eternal, Pyramid was probably the most pigmented, but overall I didn't get this unless I like really kind of got a good amount and wet it with the Fix Plus. So I would honestly have to say pass on the eyeshadow palette for me. Again, Modern Renaissance I am obsessed with. I've hit pan on like 2 palettes. Subculture was great to me as well. This isn't a bad palette. I just think it's not as easy as I would like to work with. I did enjoy the blush kit as well. Must have probably if you were just trying to get some new blushes and a good deal, maybe for freelance kits. Definitely enjoyed them. They look pretty. They're not shimmery or anything. You remember I did mix the matte and the like soft satin. They look good even on my textured skin. So definitely yes, approve on these. For the liquid lipsticks, again, here it is dried down. I did use the shade Bittersweet, same formula. I don't see any difference. The set of 3 is definitely my jam, only 25 bucks. Pick this up. I highly recommend it for yourself or as a gift. And now finally to the Sugar Glow Kit, my fave. Definitely did mix gumdrop and butterscotch on my cheeks and it looks so bomb. Obsessed, highly would recommend this. I love the formula, swatched and on my face. It's so good. So those are my thoughts for all of the products. Again, I did basically love everything except the Prism palette. It was not tricky to work with. It just wasn't as easy. You kind of have to do the work as opposed to the palette doing the work for you. So that's pretty much much my only, not even like a complaint, my only concern. Pick this up, try it out for yourself. You see how you like it. It's different for everyone. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, everywhere. I'm under Edgar's Makeup. And also, as always, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate it, so I know you guys are enjoying the videos, and leave me a comment down below. Did you guys pick this up? I know this did just launch yesterday, so you're probably expecting your orders in the mail. What did you order? That's everything for me today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.